Well, hello, students. It's Mrs. Reynolds here. I have this filter and I thought maybe this would be a fun way to talk to you about this math. So let's get going. I did questions 1 and 2. Here's one of the answers for question 1, but we don't know what it says. So let's just ignore that. But you have that. If you get 912, then you're probably right. Hopefully. All right, let's take a look at question 3 because we only did wow, 50 natural numbers, 200 natural numbers. What is the sum of the first 75 even numbers starting with 2? All right, so we need to look at what these words mean. Even numbers, we're starting at 2, 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate, right? So we know now that we have an a sub n. Here we go. A sub n is going to be equal to 2 plus 2 times n minus 1. Notice I switched it, and that's okay. All right, we distribute, we get 2 minus 2. So the sequence of even numbers, this is very cool, by the way, is a sub n is equal to 2n. This is true. You can find every even number when n is an element of the integers, meaning all the positive and negative counting numbers, including 0. You can find every number. And then for the odd numbers, this is for odd, 2n plus 1. Okay, we don't need that for this one. Let's talk about this one. We're going up to 75. So we know we have a sub 1, which is 2. We know that a sub 75 is going to be 150. How do we know that? Well, because the sequence, that's not 150. That's 150. Okay, and we need this so that we can do the formula, the sum formula, which is S sub n, oh boy, come on, is equal to n over 2, plus the first term and the 75th term. You add those. So you multiply these together. All right, so I'm going to use a calculator. We'll have 75 divided by 2 times 77. Wow, 287. Really? Sum of the 75th. Oh, silly. That didn't make sense. That's not right. 150. So there we go. Let's try that again. So now we have 75 divided by 2 times 152. 5,700. Let's see. Wow, this is really making me laggy. Really laggy. Oh, well, there you go. Okay, 5,700. Sum of the first natural numbers. So the natural numbers, do they include 0? Natural numbers. Including 0? I think it should. Hey. Integers, definitely, but do the natural numbers, positive integers. Okay, sometimes 0. Oh boy. All right, well, let's find out. That's the hard part. The reason I asked that is sometimes in math, definitions are a little bit different depending on which one you're using. So, all right, so let's see what these are. It says that we should get 20,100. If this is true, in my calculator, I should be able to do 1 plus 200 divided by, or times 100. Oh yeah, that's exactly right. Okay, so here we go. And you guys can check it for 50. We have this series formula that lets me know I can do n over 2, whatever S sub n is, times a sub 1 plus a sub n. So they're not including 0. That's the important part here. They're not including 0. They're just including the positive counting numbers. And 0 is neither positive nor negative. It's neutral. So we know we have 1 will be our first term. And we know we have 200, which will be our last term because it's the counting numbers, the natural numbers. So 1 to 200, you're just counting all of them, right? So that would be what we would substitute in here. We're going up to 200. So we would have 200 is in. That's where they want us to go to. Ooh, it looks like 20C. That's it. There you go. Over 2. Well, now you can see 200 divided by 2 is 100. And you have 100 times 201, which when you have this, you can just add 2 zeros to the end. Look, see? Boop, boop. There's the 201 times the 100. 20,100. All right, that was question variation 3. We're almost done with this lovely, amazing quiz. And I apologize that it's a little bit laggy because of the choice of the animes.us, animes with a Z. A restaurant has a profit of $1,300 in January. The profit will increase by $150 each month for 11 months. What will the total profit over the 12-month period be? So now you're starting to see the usefulness in these calculations. If you'd like to make a prediction for your profits, this is a great way to do it. If we have the initial profit in January, we know the D, the common difference, is 150, and we know that's going to happen for 11 months. So now we have this concept of there's an alternate formula. Stop it. There's an alternate formula. Let's talk about this. Maybe we'll talk about this. You might like it better, depending on which formulas you like to use. Okay. Here we are. Let's go to alternate. There we go. The alternate formula. So when I first saw this, I misread it. I thought there is an alternating series, meaning that it goes back and forth between positive and negative numbers. So when you add those together, it's a little bit different. But in this case, this one, we only need to know what the first term is. Stop. Here we go. We only need to know what the first term is. And then we need to know what the difference is. So that might be a little bit easier to plug in. Okay, I'm going to write this down because I won't remember. We have S sub n, which is the series. The sum will be found by n over 2. So n would be the limit, the top number that you're stopping at, 2 times a sub 1, which is your first term, plus n minus 1. So whatever number you're going to, subtract 1 times d, which d is the common difference. So let's go use this formula on question 4. It might be a little bit easier. Okay, so now I don't need to worry about this. I'm going to use this. S sub n is going to be equal to n over 2. So we're going up to 11 months. So it's going to be 11 over 2. Okay, parentheses. 2 times the first term, which is our profit in January. Okay. Then we do plus n minus 1, which is 11 minus 1, times d, the common difference, which they told us is increasing by 150. Excellent. So now we do some math and see if this works. This becomes 5.5. You can use a calculator. This becomes 2,600, plus this becomes 10, so this becomes 1,500. 10 times 150, we just add that 0. All right, and then we add these together. That should be what, 4,100 times 5.5. I'm going to use a calculator at this point. I'll check that to 26, just because 2,600 plus 1,500, yeah, 4,100, 4,100 times 5.5, 22,000. So we should say the total profits, $22,550. Let's see. Woo, we did it. So oh, no, I got a different number. What did I do wrong? So let's see. We know we have we have, move this please, 11 months after the end of the 11th month. So from the first month up to the 11th month. Then we have 2 times the profit, which was 1,300. Plus 11 minus 1 times 150. Okay, so they got a different number. What's going on here? So we have, I'm just going to plug it in directly, 11 over 2 times, parentheses, 2 times 1,300 plus, yeah, there's just no way around it. Yeah, I still get the same, I don't get this answer. I get 22,550. Wait, what am I doing wrong? No, that's fine. Increases by 150. Oh, what will be the total? Oh my gosh, right there, you guys. It's a reading problem. It was a reading problem. Okay, all right. What will be the total profit over a 12-month period? So now let's just go back and change this. This will be 12. So now we'll get it. So this will become 6. And then we'll 6. This is 2,600 plus 11 times 150. There we go. Okay, so write that out on your paper, but we'll do 6 parentheses 2,600 plus 11 times 150 close parentheses. There we go. Now I get 2,550, which is 25,500. Okay, again, that was a reading problem, not a math problem. We did the math correctly. However, I didn't read the question correctly. So make sure you take your time to do that. That's a great example of why it's important. All right. I blame the cat. All right. Logs are stacked 7 rows high. The top row has 15 logs, 18 logs, 20, and third row 21 logs. Okay, this pattern continues similarly. Well, perfect. You could draw a picture if you wanted to. Draw a picture, help you understand. That's great. Now, we know that the common difference is what? Increasing 15 to 18 to 21, 3, right? So what is the total number of logs in the stack? We can again use our formula because we know we're going to 7. This time we're reading it correctly. So we can use that formula where we do 7 over 2, 2 times 15, because that's our first row, plus 7 minus 1, which is 6, times 3. Okay, this is the n minus 1, this is the d, this is the a sub 1, this is the n in the formula. Go look at the formula, have the formula written down. So let's see if I did this correctly, and if not, then Well, we'll check our work. So plus 18, 168 logs in our beautiful pile of... What just happened? Wow. All right. We're almost done. What did I say? 168. 168. Woo! All right, you guys, thanks for watching. Again, I have my open help labs. I hope this helps. You'll see a due date, but it's just so it shows up on your plan. It shouldn't mark overdue. If it does, send me an email. I'll fix this